My name is Sheila Ellis. I am the founder and creator of Writual Planner. Today I am going to be walking you through our newest offering, which is the 2024 Cosmic Creation Planner. This planner is perfect for anyone who brings manifestation and law of attraction into their daily routine. So to begin, I'm letting you know that we are going to walk through the digital version of the planner just for ease of recording, but this is identical page for page to the physical journal as well. So all of the content is the same across the digital and the paperback version. So to begin, we just kind of start off with a little overview of how to use your planner, some of the features that are in it. And then break down kind of that monthly calendar page, weekly pages, monthly journaling and action step pages, and kind of give you an idea of what I was thinking when I created this. Then we move into our 2024 and 25 calendar overview page. I included in here just some of the general holiday dates for the US and Canada so that you have that as a guideline. And then all of the moon phases for 2024. So at a glance, you can see where the moon is and where it's going to be. All of the information in this planner is based on mountain time, so please do keep that in mind if you're in a different time zone. If you're on the West Coast or the East Coast, you'll need to make adjustments just on a few of the things that take place around midnight. We do not have the exact time of day written for any of these events, but the date itself. So the only time you're going to see any discrepancy at all is when that happens right around that midnight. So it can fall on one day for some of us and the next day for others. So again, we've got all the moon phases and then a guide to what all of those moon phases mean and how we can harness those for our manifestation goals. We also included then the Wheel of the Year. So if you do include in your personal practice the Sabbats, you've got just an at a glance reference for that, what order they come in, what date they fall on, etc. And then the retrogrades for all of the planets throughout the year. I'm sure we're all very familiar with Mercury retrograde and want to keep an eye on that one, but we went ahead and included all of them. And then you've got your astrological reference guide. So this really kind of breaks down the planets, the houses, all the signs, their correspondences, qualities, what they mean. As well as the aspects and modes and elements. So if you do not have those all just memorized, you've got a great reference guide here to keep looking back at. If you do pull tarot cards, we also gave you those tarot astrology correspondences so you can see how the two practices intertwine. And then we get into the nitty-gritty of this planner. From here on out, we leave the references behind and move into the part that you will really be working with day in and day out. We led with a personal birth chart, so you can put all of your information in here. I personally find it so helpful to have this information handy as I'm reading different reports or articles about upcoming energies for the weeks and months, and they refer sometimes to if this sign is in your 8th house or whatever, and I never remember, so it's helpful to just be able to look it up. All right, and then from here on out, each month does follow the same formatting. So in this video, we're only going to go through January, not the entire year, but just know that every month then follows the same formula in your pages. So each month we'll start with a calendar that we're all used to seeing. Only ours includes the moon phases, so you know exactly what phase the moon is in every day. You can plan for that. And then we also included all of the void moons, what sign the moon is moving into and out of, all of the astrological transits and ingresses, etc., are on there too. We did kind of split up astrology on the left, lunar on the right. So if you work with one more than the other, it's not all jumbled together. You can kind of just quickly at a glance see which one you're looking for. We included then also the previous month and the month to come on this page, so you can see those dates quickly. We're letting you know what sign the sun is in and what sign it's moving into. Since that happens mid-month every month, we've got both of those noted. And then when we will be at the new moon and at the full moon, what signs those are in, and what that moon is called. Then each month you also will have a journaling page that begins with a life wheel. If you're not familiar with the life wheel, the purpose is to kind of just reflect and get an at-a-glance idea of where you are at in your life in all of these different categories. So what you want to do is take a look at these and think, okay, health. Am I feeling healthy? Am I working toward my health goals? You know, where am I at right now on a scale of 1 to 10? Where do I feel like I am? Then the same with your friends, with your relationships, recreational pursuits, your spirituality, your career, finances, and personal growth. And then you can just color in that wheel, and it creates a really beautiful reference to really get an idea of where you're at and where you want to focus your energy at right now. We gave you some journaling prompts then underneath that, so you can kind of dig deeper into it once you get it all filled out. And then for the month ahead, you really think, what intentions do I have this month? What are my priorities in these next 30 days? How do I want to feel right now? What am I feeling inspired by, looking forward to? What do I need to let go of? And then at the end of the month, I like to come back and kind of say what the highlights were. So I leave that highlight box empty until the month is concluding so that I can really look back and note what the highlights were for my month. And then get into what are you manifesting right now? What this month are you really working toward? And then the all-powerful habit tracker. Whatever you are working on, are you trying to do yoga every day, meditate, read, work on your knitting project, drink less, whatever it is, make your list and then come back every day and note where you're at with that. And then into the daily pages, daily, weekly pages. So it's your daily prompts organized in Monday through Sunday format. Each week, we're going to tell you what phase the moon is in, focusing on the quarter moons and then the full new moon. So that'll give you that information to really know not just that it is the quarter moon, but what does that mean and what can I do with that energy? And then every day is so important, right? To really acknowledge what you're grateful for, practice that gratitude. What are you proud of? What accomplishments have you achieved that are getting you toward your goal, that are helping you work toward what you're manifesting? So what are you proud of having accomplished? And then what are you manifesting right now? Then we come to our daily prompts. Each week you'll have a daily entry for every Monday through Sunday, all grouped together in a 2-page spread so you can see them all at once. Every week we are going to tell you a little information about what phase the moon is in. We kept these kind of a little higher level, so it's the new moon, the full moon, and the quarter moons. But rather than just telling you what phase we're in, it explains a little more deeply about what that energy is and how you can use that toward your manifesting goals. Then each day you've got space to talk about what you're grateful for. Gratitude is such an important part of manifestation. So we want to make sure that every day you're coming in and reflecting on what you are grateful for right now. And then what you are proud of. Anything that you want to create in your life takes action, right? You've got to put in the work and strive for those goals. So it's important to acknowledge what you have achieved already, and not get completely lost in that end goal and not recognize the progress that you're making along that path. So every day you can also talk about what you are proud of, and then what you are manifesting. What is it that you're really working toward? And then also a space to reflect on how you're feeling. That matters a lot day to day to see, like today's good, I'm feeling great. And then how does that link to, what you're working on and what you're proud of, and how does it interplay throughout the week? And then this other space is kind of a flex space. Everyone's practice is so personal to them, and we all use different tools and different methods. So I wanted to provide a space for everyone to utilize. So if you pull tarot cards, you could record your card of the day. Same with oracle cards. Maybe you have a word of the day, or you carry a crystal in your pocket and you want to keep track of, what crystal am I carrying around today and why did I choose that one? Maybe you want to write down something exciting that's going to happen that day. Do you have, are you going to see somebody special, or do you have an appointment, or, something on your schedule that you're just really looking forward to? So it could be utilized for just any of those things, and probably a million more that I haven't even thought of. So just think of that as your own personal space to track whatever it is that's important to you in your life. So for January, we go from the first week into the second week. This one talks about the new moon then, and that energy and how you can use that. And then following every week, where there is a new moon or a full moon, you're going to get a journaling page specific to that moon. So it gives you a lot more in-depth information about not just what a new moon is, but what the energy means then in the sign that moon is in. So it really kind of breaks it down and digs deep a little bit for you to just have a better understanding. There's room for notes, and then for your intentions. What are you trying to allow? How do you feel? What would you like to change? And then your gratitude. Again, you can never have too much gratitude. Then we go back to our weekly page. And then every month, there is also a journaling spread for the sign that we're moving into. So on January 20th, we move into Aquarius. I know it's really easy for a lot of us to think, well, I'm not an Aquarius, so why does that matter? But as we travel through the year, that energy really affects all of us. Most of us have each sign somewhere in our charts, and it can affect us in different ways. But that energy is kind of an energy for everybody, even if that is not your sun sign. So this is just information then for every sign that we move into, talking about what that energy is, how it might affect you, and then just kind of the transition of where we have been moving into where we're going, and how that is going to feel a little bit different for you. Again, there's room for notes, and then to review, what were your accomplishments during the past zodiac season? What lessons did you learn? And then looking ahead, what changes are you wanting to make? And what are you working on manifesting? Some other little fun tidbits. You've got the sign, how to write that and what it looks like in charts. how the stars align in that pattern, and then what element and modality and body system each sign associates with. And then we move into the next week, and then the full moon journaling pages, similar to the new moon, but with the full moon, we're going to release. And then every month also does then end with notes pages. So for whatever flexible space, what you need that for. And then, as I said, we kind of repeat that formula every month. So we move into February with the same patterns. I hope this has been helpful for you. I hope that this new offering from Ritual Planner is really beneficial to many of you. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to us. hello@ritualplanner.com, and take care.